One factor of this polynomial is x minus 5, which expression represents the other factor or factors of this polynomial. So we need to use division, either synthetic or long division, to come up with the other factors. We're going to divide the polynomial. I'm going to use long division. Synthetic probably a little bit easier, but it's also in some ways a more complicated process unless you're really familiar with the process. Once you get familiar with synthetic division, it's quite simple. We're going to use long division. So we're going to divide the original polynomial by x minus 5 to figure out what the other factors of this problem are going to be. So recall, when you use the long division process, we're going to go through the algorithm where we divide, multiply, and then subtract. So the algorithm, we're going to first divide the first term x to the third by the first term here, x. So x to the third divided by x. When you divide variables, you subtract the exponents, and we just get x squared. So we'll put it over the x squared term. So we've divided. Now we're going to multiply. X squared times x, x to the third. X squared times negative 5, negative 5x squared. So that's the multiplication step, and now we're going to subtract. So we're going to subtract both of these terms, x to the third minus x to the third. Those should always cancel if we've done it correctly. Negative 15 minus a negative 5. Well, negative 15 minus a negative 5 is really negative 15 plus 5. And negative 15 plus 5 is negative 10 x to the second. Bring down your positive 71x. And we've finished one loop of that algorithm. We've divided, multiplied, and subtracted. So we're going to start it over again. Use a different color. So we're going to take the first term here, negative 10x squared, and divide it by the first term here, x. So what is negative 10x squared divided by 1x? Well, that's just negative 10x. So that's division. What's next? You said multiplication, you're right. Negative 10x times x is negative 10x squared, and negative 10x times negative 5 is positive 50x. And then we're going to subtract. These terms will cancel. 71 minus 50 gives us 21x. And then we're going to drop down the negative 105. And then we're going to do the loop one more time. So take the first term here. Let me pick a different color. Let's pick green. First term here divided by the first term here. So 21x divided by x is just 21. That's a positive 21. We're going to multiply. 21 times x is 21x. 21 times negative 5 is negative 105. These will all cancel when we subtract them from each other. So our answer is x squared minus 10x plus 21. You got to be careful because it looks like one of these bottom two choices, but it's neither. And basically what they've done is they've rewritten this problem. They've factored that. And from those choices, you should notice it's this top choice that works. And that's because negative 7 times negative 3 is a positive 21. And negative 7 plus negative 3 is negative 10. So this first answer choice, that works.